The World War I Christmas Truce football match. Date, December 25, 1914. Location, No Man's Land. Teams, famous German military versus Moonlighter FC, British Black Market Battalion. It was an unusually bright and serene Christmas morning in the trenches of the Western Front. The guns had fallen silent, and in an extraordinary turn of events, a lone German soldier emerged, waving a white flag. He approached the British lines and, in halting English, proposed an extraordinary challenge, a football match in no man's land. The stakes. The winning side would claim victory in the war. The audacious request was relayed up the chain of command to British top brass. Brigadier General Sir Christopher Rees MC. His moustache twitched nervously at the Hun's proposal. In a desperate bid to ensure a British victory, General Rees called upon a special group known for their unconventional methods, the notorious Black Market Battalion, Moonlighter FC, who had managed to avoid combat through their devious ways. However, the Moonlighter FC had their own demands. They would only agree to play if Czeslaw Bamba was released from the Glasshouse, military jail, for taking part in a drunken brawl at a French brothel. Lorenzo Capiche insisted on having the lead he had rescued from the local church returned. Desi Wu Bu agreed to play only if he was allowed to sing Blowin' in the Wind at half-time. Johnny Mad Dog demanded an extra ration of bully beef, and Lloyd Messiah demanded to be carried around the pitch in a sedan chair. General Rees, desperate for a win, reluctantly agreed to all their conditions. With a sigh of resignation, he ordered the immediate release of Czeslaw Bamba and the return of the church lead, while arrangements were made to find a sedan chair for Lloyd. The Moonlighter FC's trickery had once again ensured they got their way. The teams. The German team, led by Kaiser Wilhelm II, featured an impressive lineup of famous WW1 military figures. Kaiser Wilhelm II, goalkeeper. Erich Ludendorff, left back. Paul von Hindenburg, right back. Baron Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron, centre back. General Feldmarschall August von Mackensen, midfielder. General Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck, midfielder. General Erich von Falkenhayn, midfielder. Admiral Franz von Hipper, left wing. General Karl von Bülow, right wing. General Hermann von François, striker. General Otto von Below, striker. The British team, led by Captain Bonswivet and featuring the crafty members of Moonlighter FC, lined up as follows. Janik the Panic, goalkeeper. Johnny Grog, left-right back. Nick Fozzie Bear, right out back. Johnny Mad Dog, centre back. Desi Wu Bu, midfielder. Czeslaw Bamba, centre half. Lorenzo Capiche, midfielder. Lloyd Messiah, goal hanger. Fido Kalla, striker. Captain Bonswivet, inside left. Afghan Stan, right wing. Substitute, 12. Martin Loudshirt. The referee, a neutral Swiss Red Cross medic, blew the whistle to start the match. The sound echoed across the frozen landscape, signaling the beginning of an unforgettable encounter. First half report. Under heavy shell fire, the German team initiated the game with military precision. The Red Baron, renowned for his aerial maneuvers, proved equally adept on the ground, intercepting a pass and sending a long ball to von Bülow. However, Johnny Grog aka Warhorse performed a daring slide tackle, resembling an infantry charge through barbed wire, to reclaim possession. Grog passed to Nick Fozzie Bear, who sprinted down the wing, dodging the landmines. Ludendorff, channeling his battlefield strategy, attempted to block Fozzie Bear but was outmaneuvered. Fozzie Bear crossed the ball to Johnny Mad Dog, who unleashed a powerful shot reminiscent of a mortar round. The ball rocketed past Kaiser Wilhelm II. The British took an early lead, 1-0. Johnny Mad Dog, his mouth full of bully beef, shouted, "It's a sprint, not a marathon," echoing his aggressive style and rallying his teammates. The self-styled mayor of Littlethorpe would be taking no prisoners in this one. The Germans regrouped with typical discipline. Ludendorff and Hindenburg, acting as the defensive wall, pushed forward. Von Lettow-Vorbeck, utilizing guerrilla tactics, slipped past the British midfield and passed to von Below. General von Below, known for his sharp tactics, took a precise shot that bounced off a deflection and into the net. Johnny Mad Dog shouted, "Bah humbug," as the Germans equalized, 1-1. As the first half continued, the British launched a counteroffensive. Fozzie Bear, dodging poison gas clouds, dribbled through the German defense. The Red Baron, attempting a daring interception, was outfoxed by Fozzie Bear's quick maneuver. Fozzie Bear passed to Johnny Mad Dog, who once again fired a shot reminiscent of an artillery barrage. The ball found the back of the net, making it 2-1 to the British. However, the Swiss referee disallowed the goal for offside, much to the chagrin of the British team. Moonlighter FC, known for their cunning, resorted to some classic trickery. Fozzie executed a perfect diversion, feigning an injury just as the Germans were about to score. The distraction worked, and Janik the Panic managed to intercept the ball, preventing a certain goal. On the sidelines, Lorenzo Capiche's pet monkey, Arthur, wearing a tiny gas mask, cheered and danced, adding to the surreal nature of the match. Meanwhile, Lorenzo's brother, Siegfried Baboon, recited poetry from the touchline, providing an odd yet poignant backdrop to the game. His verses, full of passion and eloquence, mesmerized both teams, creating a moment of unity amidst the competition. The Germans, not to be outdone, launched an Bennett charge. Von Francois received the ball from von Lettow-Vorbeck and made a dash towards the British goal. Fido Kalla, using trench raid tactics, ambushed von Francois and stole the ball, passing it to Afghanistan, who sprinted down the field. Afghanistan, dressed in a morning suit with a top hat and a silver walking cane, dodged the German defense with remarkable elegance. The German defense scrambled, but Stan's speed was unmatched. He passed to Captain Bonswivet, whose attempt was thwarted by an agile Kaiser Wilhelm II. Midway through the half, Karl von Bülow, the German right wing, disappeared into a cloud of mustard gas that had drifted onto the field from an earlier skirmish. The Germans, momentarily down a player, struggled to regain their footing. In the closing moments of the first half, the Germans began to sing Silent Night. The haunting melody filled the air, momentarily distracting everyone. Using this distraction, von Bülow made a surprise run towards the British goal, but Janik the Panic made a spectacular save, ensuring the British lead at half-time. As the first half drew to a close, the German team devised one last-ditch effort to score. Von Lettow-Vorbeck, with his guerrilla warfare expertise, crept up the side of the field unnoticed. He received a stealthy pass from von Falkenhayn and launched a high, curving shot towards the goal. The ball soared like a howitzer shell, but Janik the Panic was ready. He leaped into the air, catching the ball with a stunning one-handed save that left both sides in awe. Half-time interlude. During half-time, the soldiers took the opportunity to exchange gifts and stories. Pipes of Peace by Paul McCartney played softly in the background, adding to the surreal atmosphere of camaraderie amidst war. Desi Wu Bu then took center stage and, true to his condition, serenaded the troops with a heartfelt rendition of Blowin' in the Wind. The soldiers from both sides listened in rapt attention, a rare moment of peace and reflection amidst the chaos of war. Lloyd Messiah, ever the showman, brought on a tray of oranges and sherry served in crystal glasses. Lloyd Messi then announced he would be painting himself gold for the second half, echoing his divine presence in the match. The elegant refreshment was a stark contrast to the battlefield setting, and the soldiers savored the rare luxury. However, the peaceful interlude was briefly interrupted when Edith Cavell, the brave British nurse, mischievously hid the football. She was quickly escorted from the match by the Swiss medic, much to everyone's amusement. Her brief appearance left a lasting impression, reminding everyone of the countless acts of bravery and compassion that defined this war. Meanwhile, Captain Bonswivet, who had spent the previous night with Mata Hari, subtly signaled to his team. He had learned the German team's plans and formations, giving the British a tactical edge for the second half. Bonswivet's cunning was complemented by the return of Lorenzo Capiche's lead and Czeslaw Bamba fresh out of the glasshouse, eager to prove his worth. Second half report. The second half kicked off with renewed vigor. The Germans, determined to equalize, immediately went on the offensive. Von Richthofen, using tactics he had perfected in the skies, orchestrated a series of coordinated attacks. His precise passes and aerial maneuvers put the British defense under immense pressure. General von Francois received a well-placed cross from von Bülow and took a shot, but Janik the Panic made another spectacular save, deflecting the ball just in time. The British counterattacked with equal ferocity. Captain Bonswivet, with his newfound knowledge of the German plans, directed his team with precision. Fido Kalla, using trench raid tactics, ambushed the German defense and sprinted towards the goal. His shot, a powerful strike reminiscent of an artillery shell, hit the post and rebounded into play. Afghanistan, elegantly maneuvering with his silver cane, seized the opportunity and passed to Lloyd Messiah flicked the ball to Wu Bu who, still wearing his beret, a gift from the French resistance, calmly slotted the ball home for a 2-1 lead. The Germans, emboldened, launched another assault. Von Hindenburg and von Mackensen executed a series of quick passes, advancing towards the British goal. Von Below, receiving the final pass, took a shot that deflected off a British defender and into the net. The Germans had pulled ahead, making it 2-2. Johnny Mad Dog roared, "Bar humbug," in German as the Germans celebrated their goal. His fierce determination inspired the British to tighten their defense. Jez La Bamba and Johnny Grog formed an impenetrable wall, repelling the German advances with skill and tenacity. Jez La Bamba, newly released and eager to prove himself, showcased his defensive prowess, blocking shots and clearing the ball with precision. As the match continued, Lorenzo Capiche's pet monkey, Arthur, wearing a tiny gas mask, danced and cheered, adding to the surreal atmosphere. On the sidelines, Siegfried Baboon continued to recite poetry, his verses providing a rhythmic backdrop to the intense action on the field. The match had become a blend of war and whimsy, a testament to the human spirit's ability to find joy even in the darkest of times. In the final moments of the match, the British launched a last-ditch effort to win. Afghanistan executed a dazzling series of maneuvers, evading the German defense with his top hat and cane. He passed to Captain Bonswivet, who quickly sent the ball to Lloyd Messiah. The golden goal hanger, glowing in the fading light, signaled for his sedan-chaired TOB lifted above the bearers' heads in a moment of sheer brilliance. He headed the ball with unerring accuracy. The ball sailed past Kaiser Wilhelm II, hitting the back of the net. The British had taken a 3-2 lead, and the crowd erupted in cheers. The final whistle blew, and the soldiers from both sides exchanged handshakes, laughter, and vigorette stockings, and other items that could be sold quite easily to the citizens of Ypres. The camaraderie and shared humanity lingered in no man's land, a fleeting but powerful reminder of peace amid conflict. The Moonlighter FC had not only won the match but had also brought a moment of joy and unity to the front lines. In the aftermath, the German soldiers returned to their trenches, their spirits lifted by the extraordinary events of the day, whilst the boys of Moonlighter FC returned to the safety of a supply trench some 10 miles from the front line. Brigadier General Sir Christopher Rees, ever the opportunist, awarded himself a Victoria Cross for his strategic genius in securing the football victory. The match would become legendary, a symbol of hope and humanity in the midst of war. And as the sounds of battle eventually resumed, the memory of that Christmas truce, and the football match that defined it, would endure in the hearts of all who witnessed it. A beacon of light in the darkest of times.